Hello and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I ended up going on my regular page. I forgot that I'm supposed to be on the Sip and Talk page on Friday night for open discussion, just talking about whatever's on our mind. So I called it recapping because it just seemed like a lot has went on this week, you know, with everything from, of course, the school, which is so overwhelming, to what else happened, entanglement, which I'm tired of hearing the word, to Megan Thee Stallion and the foot situation, to Tamar, which is so upsetting. I don't even know the update with that. Hey D, how's it going? So I figured since it's Friday, you know, we'll just kind of go all over the place like we usually do, except talk about things that kind of went on in the media, get your thoughts and my thoughts and opinions and all that good stuff. So let's start with something I don't want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it because I'm sick of talking about it, and that's COVID-19. Listen, I just got to say this, and y'all make sure bring up something y'all want to talk about so we can discuss it right quick. You know, again, this is Friday night discussion, nothing too serious, but it can get there. One thing I've noticed in the profession I'm in is that I think that some people feel as though COVID-19 is something bad to have. Now listen, I know it's not good. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it's not HIV. It's not something that you intentionally tried to get. It's not something that maybe you could help from getting. I don't know. But don't lie about it. And see, when you lie, it makes me feel like you're inconsiderate. You're selfish. You don't care about other people. You don't know other people's immune system. You know? So if you're asked that question, just be honest. You know, but I learned that a lot of people fib about it, even fib about getting tested. And that's something that I can't understand why. So I don't know if you're watching and you were a fibber, tell us why you decided not to tell the truth. I don't know. That's just something I noticed. Anyone have anything to say about COVID-19 before we move on to the next topic? I don't think it's wear your mask.
Sanitize your hands.
Sanitize your hands. Wash your hands.
Stay away from the large crowds.
Stay away from large crowds. On the flip side, I mean,
if you're gonna be around somebody, be around people that you normally be around.
Yeah, that you trust, that's doing the right thing, maybe.
Yeah, because somebody invited me to a birthday party and everybody tested positive.
Ooh. Yeah.
And I was at home in my bed.
Yeah, sometimes we just have to say, no, I'll pass, but thank you. And if decline that invite, it's all love. Dee said, my daughter is getting over it now, and she's 7 months pregnant. Oh, ooh. Well, I'm glad she's getting over it. And Dee, you know I asked a lot of questions. You don't have to answer it. What made her think she had it? Did she immediately get symptoms? Did she know? Like, oh shoot, I was around somebody that was exposed. Like, how did that happen? Alan said, wear your mask, South Carolinians. A lot of people don't. But now a lot of places are requiring wearing masks. So that's a good thing.
The hospital, they is prepping because they're running out of beds and they feel like it's about to be a
spike. Yeah, they said we haven't seen anything yet.
We got, I think I see 10 tents out there with National Guards.
Yeah, it's here. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. We just have to be mindful of our surroundings and others. My boyfriend's son has it. Ooh, that's scary. And I'm sorry to hear this, seriously. You know, and sometimes, you know, when it first came about, we like, and then it hits home, you know, because it's someone you really know. So she started getting symptoms. She lost her taste and smell first. I hear that a lot. Something I want to share. Once you get tested, stay quarantined for 14 days. You know, if you definitely feel like there's a reason you're getting tested, not just, you know, hey, it's free, I'm gonna do it. But if you know you have symptoms and you're getting tested, don't go around nobody until you get those negative results. It's not fair to people. Like, it's not fair. Then she got congestion and spiked the fever. So, yeah, I live in fear every day, but then I try to kind of chill out because I don't want it to take over my life and consume me. I don't know. It's very overwhelming. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a lot. It is definitely a lot. Denise, does your boyfriend have to, he lost taste and smell. Did your boyfriend have to quarantine? Have you been around your boyfriend? I'm just asking. You don't have to answer that question. I'm just curious to know. But yeah, we have to, I think with this disease, virus, whatever you want to call it, we just have to be mindful of other people, if that makes sense. Of course you love yourself, but at this time we have to care about other people too. That's just what that'll what's the word? Alleviate, if I'm saying it right, a lot of the spread. Because if I know I got it, I'm not going around nobody. But some people still do it, unfortunately. So if no one else has anything to say about COVID-19, which is still trending, the next thing I would say, schools a little bit, and that's still kind of with COVID-19. Again, it's overwhelming. Dee said it's very scary because she's pregnant and the other kids in the house. I can't imagine. But you just have to keep uplifting her and motivating her, you know, because I know she's going through it. I can't imagine. Denise said his son does not live here. He's closer to the low country, and he has not been around him. Okay. Well, I hope he recover. I hope your daughter recover, Dee. It's crazy out here, y'all. It's crazy. Never seen nothing like it. Would have never imagined. How do y'all feel about... Come here, disrespectful. How do y'all feel about the vaccine? I see a lot of people saying, I'm not getting the vaccine. Or, you know, I see some people saying they're putting it in your nose when you get tested. It's okay to have your theories. But how do y'all feel about the vaccine? Will you get the vaccine, or will you continue to, you know, just seclude yourself? I don't know. Continue to live in a bubble that we're living, or we're going to have to live that way anyway. What are your thoughts on the vaccine? Monty, you got thoughts on the vaccine? No. What is that? It's an injection you get that will help prevent you from getting certain viruses and
I'm gonna
things.
do like I do everything else. I'm gonna wait a few months
Before you get it, see how it goes.
First batch goes with other people, then I might get it.
See how the first batch goes. What if everybody waits to see how the first batch goes? What if it's mandatory?
Obviously, see, they can make me get something. Like the flu shot.
Yeah. Now I never got the flu shot until last year. My kids never got it. Never had the flu. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I don't know. Lamique, why are you scared to get it? Like, why are you scared to get it? D, nope, I'm not getting it. Don't want it and don't trust them. I don't do the flu shot. Yeah, I don't either. And, you know, we did hear in the past that it's a live injection. You know, because if you really do get it, it won't be as severe because you already kind of fought it off. Don't know how true that is. Denise said, I can't wait till one drops. I'm ready to go outside. See, everybody just have mixed emotions about it. And one thing we have to learn, it's okay to have one person say yay, one person say nay. Who are we to judge? To each his own. So, you know, of course, what we're going to see people on Facebook trying to make people feel bad for their decision.
Somebody said they don't want to be an experiment.
Don't want to be an experiment. Well, we already won with this whole corona thing going on. We're all guinea pigs right now. I'm scared for the children going back to school. Yeah, I don't even know what to say on that because it's like, dog, I hope my kids do the right thing while I'm at work. You know, like, do I make them get up, get dressed just to feel like they're going to school and sit in the computer, sit to the table, log in, you know, Zoom, do your work.
There ain't no.
I don't know.
Take games, take cell phones.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tighten up with my crew. Lamique said, I get the flu shot every year, but the new vaccine may be bad. And we won't know until it's out there, unfortunately. We have people out there now that's getting the vaccine. I think they're doing a test on, 45 people? I can't remember. They gave a certain amount to a set group of 15, then another a double, and then a triple dose. So they're testing it out. Where do our faith lie? Like, do we? I mean, I don't know, y'all. This is so crazy. This is like nuts. So we touched on coronavirus. We touched on schools. This whole thing's overwhelming. We touched on the vaccine. Going on this week or the past 2 weeks. Let's see. Oh, what I seen today was about Nick Cannon apologizing. Wait, someone else said something. Denise said T will be doing virtual school and I have to get her a tutor. So no new wigs for mama no time soon. Hey, we got to do what we have to do. We have to do it. But honestly, with the whole virtual thing, I really still think I'm going to do school shopping. Not saying I have to motivate them or make them, but this is kind of tough for the kids too. You get what I'm saying? So maybe during the virtual school, the beginning of class, no, that's a bad idea. As I said, maybe they can show their little fits or something, but no, everybody don't get new clothes. And then that's another reason somebody's kid don't want to go to school. So no, not a good idea. Linda said, I'm not getting the shot, but the flu shot helped me, so I was getting the shot for the last 4 years. Well, that flu shot started from somewhere, though. We were once guinea pigs for that. So is it that we just don't trust the scientists, the would they really give us something that they really didn't actually thoroughly investigate? I hope not. Nicole said, I'm doing, what is that, Kuman for Cam Extra Help? What's that, Nicole? I don't know. Is that like a tutoring type situation? I don't know what that is. But yeah, we have to do what works for each other. But another thing, and I probably say this all the time. I get tired of saying it. Let's just be mindful, people. Everybody's going through this. Everybody's mindset is not as stable or as controlled as someone else's. So let's please not be negative with anyone's decision. Keep it to yourself if you don't agree. You don't have to let people know that. Tutoring. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Hopefully we can all come together and kind of help each other out. Lameek said, my kid's not going back to school. I'm keeping them home. A lot of people are. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to kick Kali behind because he got a thing playing. I'm not going to lie, because we keep it real on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. I pondered. I was like, do I send them back to school? Because I want them to get their education. I want them to succeed. It's a critical time for Kali. But at the same time, if something was to happen, I would beat myself up about it. Having boys. But I would beat myself up about it if I was to say, send them to school and then something goes wrong. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay, so I think I mentioned, what was the next thing that happened over the week? Nick Cannon. So I seen that he said some things on his podcast, but then I seen today that they say he apologized or what have you, and people felt that he failed his, did they say community, or he failed his people? I can't remember how they said it. Somebody correct me, because I know y'all seen it. But they said like he failed his people because he apologized. I need somebody to chime in on this, because again, I've been told I'm weird. I think differently. So this is what he said. Nick said, I heard an entire community and it pained me to my core. I thought it couldn't get any worse. Then called me a sellout for apologizing. Good night. Enjoy Earth. So
is that a depression statement? Or?
I don't know. I think he felt, and this is my opinion, I think he felt that he said what he said. He probably meant it. But you know how some people's heart is a little different from other people? Some people can say things and mean it, but then a little piece of them is like, darn, I didn't mean it for this person. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just came out because you're so angry with things that's going on. So I felt he apologized for the fact that how he said it, you know, or how he went in about it, I don't think that mean he failed us or let us down. I don't agree with that. Anybody know what I'm talking about, or anybody want to chime in on that? So let's say I went on a rant on here, which I did before, and then I turn around and then I apologize, which I probably did before. You know, does that mean I'm a sellout?
No.
That mean to me, that's just my heart. You know, yeah, I was upset at the time. Maybe he normally wouldn't get out of character like that. But you know, when you talking and you in the moment, you probably mean it. But it's just like, damn, I didn't mean to say it that way. I didn't mean for it to come out that harsh. You know, so I apologize for my actions. At the end of the day, whatever role you're in, whatever you're doing in life, you have to be mindful of that. So I kind of like see where he's coming from. It's like, dog, I said what I said because I feel this, because I am a black person. I feel how I feel. But then now the black people's like, the hell with him. This man has lost his wilding out, you know, or whatever. The hell with him now that he's lost all that because he apologized. But let me just say this. The same people who feel some type of way, if they get that opportunity to host Wildin' Out or America's Got Talent, guess what they're going to do? They're going to take that opportunity.
Right.
The hell with Nick that done got fired. I'm going to take it because they gave it to me. And I'm the same one who dogging him from apologizing. So, you know, everybody got something to say about something all the time. Nicole said, or he apologized because his career came tumbling down. I don't think it came tumbling down. And I see that Oprah did too. One door closes, another one may open. I don't think it came tumbling down.
I think they took it to the extreme. I think they did overboard.
Let me tell you why I think they probably did go overboard. It's because now with certain situations, they have to address it. And when I say certain situations, I mean as far as, let's say, with everything that's going on as being racist and all this stuff, the white people saying something, right now we own their ass. You get what I'm saying? So when one of us say something, they probably feel like they got to be on our ass too.
I wouldn't have thought nothing like that because his ex-wife is half white. I wouldn't have thought.
I just feel like he felt how he felt.
Yeah.
Again, to each his own. To each his own. I just don't think, I mean, hell, he probably apologized because he lost his job and stuff, but hell, I don't think people who, if he wouldn't apologize, then that's just who he is. When I say this, I say sometimes you just who you are. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you can say it, and sometimes you just feel kind of bad after. It's like, damn, I ain't need for it to come out like that. Like, god dang. You know, that's just probably who he is as a person. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, some people a little more, you know, yeah, I said it, I ain't apologize. And some people will sit home and be like, you know what, I could have did that a little different. Some people analyze the situation. Everybody's just different. But I wouldn't say that he's a sellout. I don't think so. What else went on this week? Megan Thee Stallion. Did she get shot in the foot or not? What happened in that situation? Like, did she get shot in the foot? Did Tory Lanez shoot her in the foot? Were they shooting at somebody else? Like, what the freak? I read something about multiple times. Then I see a shot in the foot. Like, I don't know. I'm confused. I can't even like.
I heard.
Dee said, I agree with him on both instances, but the real is he apologized for his career. And guess what, Dee? And then again, my opinion. You may agree, may not agree. Maybe you do what you gotta goddamn do sometimes. I don't know. Again, that's what he chose to do, but I'm not gonna feel like that man is a sellout. I just don't think so. So is Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez chilling, or what happened with that situation?
Incoming news.
Incoming news.
They was at a party, an altercation happened.
With other people, not with them.
With them.
With them?
Yeah.
Are they a couple?
I don't know. I think so.
Are they a couple?
So they said that she pulled out a blade at him, and while they was arguing, and the crowd heard shooting, and that's when the police got at them and had him come get out the
shot
car.
in the foot.
Had him get out the truck and lay on the ground and ordered her to get out. That's when they seen blood. She didn't want him to get in trouble, so she said she cut her foot.
Oh,
but she really got
until
shot.
she went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He shot her in the foot.
Right, D, I agree.
He did a Harlem Night move.
Sometimes you can't play with people. What y'all think about that? Not saying... What you mean, Denise? Now, I love the Kardashians. You're going to have to elaborate on that one for me, honey. What you mean? What are you... With the Kardashians? Darn, you made me forget what I was about to say. I like the Kardashians. It was something I was like, was Tory Lanez wrong for shooting her in the foot? Shooting that pinky toe. Whatever he shot.
He don't know if he shot her pinky toe. That's a Harlem name.
But, was he wrong? Was he threatened? And he's showing her don't ever pull nothing. Oh, to my Kylie Jenner was there too. Oh, okay. Don't pull nothing on somebody if you're not ready to suffer the consequences. Is that the case? He showed her you can't be pulling this on me.
But she a hot girl.
So she could do what she want to do.
She a savage.
But she clapped.
Bougie.
But she still pulled the blade on him. What if she would have sliced first? And then what? His face would have been cut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could have pistol whipped us, not shoot.
Pistol whipper?
I mean, hey.
Oh my God. You know, things always go around. Oh, yeah, go wrong around them. I don't know. I like the Kardashians. I feel like we're sisters.
Is she a Kardashian?
Ooh, no. She's saying Kylie was there. Oh, you saying she's a Jenner. Shut up, Stacey. Well, no, yeah, I really like Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney. Those are my girls. As far as Kylie and Khloe, Callie, and whatever her name is. And I don't remember the other one name. What's the other sister name?
Not really.
Callie and... Shit, I honestly don't know. I don't know the name. But anywho, I think Megan's so cute, though. I think she is very pretty.
Without makeup.
What else happened this week? I think that was kind of it. Am I forgetting? Did y'all see about the lady that stabbed her daughter 15 times because she thought she slept with her man?
No.
Oh, my word.
What is happening?
This, I can't remember where the lady was from, but it was on 26. I don't know what end. But they said that they got in the car, wherever the hell they was coming from. I don't know. The daughter said she gave her a Tylenol PM, whatever. So she was in and out. And then she told her, just go to sleep, something, whatever. And then she said, you mess with my man or something, I'm going to kill you. You got to go, whatever. And just lay back. I'm going to kill you. Yeah, you got to go. And she said she was able to get out and jump over the thing on the interstate. And then somebody kind of... Yeah, and then they say the mom went back to her apartment where the roommate was at. She was covered in blood, and then left. But they say she denied it. Yeah, stabbed her daughter 15 times. Over a man.
Over a man.
Yes, Tori, and I do apologize. Last Friday, I'm going to be honest with you. Because, again, we be honest on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. I had a little too much to drink. And I couldn't dare. I wouldn't have been no good for you. So, I'm sorry. I had to go to sleep after that. But, yes, D, I seen that on something. That's a true story. I don't know exactly with what. It could have been a pencil, a pen, a fork, a knife. But she did that. And, because she think her daughter slept with her man. Wow. So, let's say this, people. Your daughter slept with your man. I don't even know how old her daughter was. I don't think they said how old her daughter was. But your daughter sleep with your man, shit. Of course, the man got to go. Now, depending on how old that daughter is.
I ain't worth killing.
No, I ain't going to kill her. Now, I'm not saying kill her. But if she a grown woman, you got to go too.
You can doubt her a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill my child now. Heck no. But yeah, that was kind of messed up. She stabbed her 15 times. I don't think I've seen anything else. Anything else y'all want to discuss that happened over the past week or two? Did I miss anything? Tamar. Anybody got an update about Tamar? The last thing I seen, and this was hours ago, that she was still unconscious. Again, that was hours ago. Things could have changed. We can, Tori. We definitely can. But yeah, I hope it has changed with that. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I didn't read what was going on. I just kind of, vaguely seen it. some people were saying depression is real. Don't know if she was depressed. Don't know if it was really a suicide attempt. I mean, I think we're just kind of speculating at this moment. But at the end of the day, that goes back to what we always say. You never know what someone is going through. Like, you just never know. Again, that goes back to being mindful. That goes back to caring. Like, a lot of people don't have a caring heart no more. You know? And it's okay. It's okay to love you. You gotta love you. But it's okay to care too. It's okay to care about someone's well-being. It's okay to want to see somebody succeed. You know? You may not want to help them. You don't have to help them. But you don't have to dog them either. You don't have to make them feel bad. What do you gain from that? So again, it goes back. Whatever Tamar was going through, if she was going through anything, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it could be anything. I don't know. Did she do it purposely? Did she not do it purposely? We don't know. Hell, maybe she normally popped 3 pills and decided, you know what, I'm going to do 4 tonight. Just having a good time, and it wasn't for her. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know if it was depression. I don't know if it's a suicide attempt, but we have to learn to stop, damn it, judging people so goddamn much. God, dog. I'm so sick of it, y'all. I'm tired of it. Jesus. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm trying to think. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Oh my God, I am, and I hate to even bring this up. I'm gonna have to take another sip before I even bring this shit up. Excuse my language. That was a very small one. Drum roll, please. Entanglement. Y'all. Okay, great Deidre. She interrupted. Daughter was 16. They were from North Charleston. Oh, they were that close to home? Wow. 16. She stabbed her 16-year-old daughter 15 times because she slept with her man. She thought she slept with her man. That's a sad. Had she killed that little girl? Lord have mercy. I don't know. That's terrible. But the next trending topic that I do not want to discuss is entanglement. Sometimes people felt like I was a preacher for a quick second with you in the background. Sometimes people just get into little situations that they don't intend on going a little too far, where you end up getting intertwined. Things happen, and people are grown and they're able to discuss it and accept it. And the way my view is on the whole situation, because I read a little piece of something that said, I can't remember what it was, or either it was on the table when they were talking, or something on the table. You know, when it was some verbiage used that made my mind say, aha, Will knew what he was getting into. That's how I honestly feel. I feel that Jada said, look, I'm going to tell you now, Will. This and the third. And Will said, I am going to love you forever. I'm going to be with you forever regardless. And guess what? He's sticking to his word, because he know Jada came in and she kept it 100%. That's how I view it. Those are my thoughts.
Jada was a hoe.
I don't know. Okay. What is a hoe? Now, to me, Tori said, not in none of those, but carry on about the entanglement. Yeah.
She's just like that at the time.
No, I think
that's why she made him agree to an open relationship.
And he agreed to it.
Is she gonna step out?
Hey, to each his own. I mean, what is an open marriage? Is an open marriage that, okay, they have to agree on the person that you want to date, or you're not dating them, you just say, like, what is it?
I don't know. Honey, I'm going to step out for a little bit. Don't wait.
Ew. I don't know if I'd be.
I'm like, no, you're not. Get back in the bed. Nah.
I heard some people.
Get back in
I
the
heard
bed.
some people choose. A whore is a woman with the morals of a man. Oh, Denise. No,
ma'am.
I think a whore. So, I think a whore is someone that, let's say you walk in a room full of guys, and you probably have about multiple in there that you've slept with. I think that's a whore. That's just my opinion. Now, and I don't know, that may not be right, because maybe that's saying if they don't know, they can't label you. Is that what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm trying to say, but that sounds like what I'm saying. I just feel like you got to be mindful. If you just don't care what you do and you just out here, then I don't know. I don't think he's staying. She just embarrassed herself for him to leave her ass out. You don't think Will's staying?
He's staying. They agreed to it. They said they ride together, die together, bad marriage for life.
I think he's staying, Nicole.
He's staying. He was a little hurt.
But I'm going to get you back. That's what he said. No, I'm serious. I'm going to get you back.
Probably got a bit.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like if it works for you, it works for you. Who the hell cares what everybody else thinks?
They got money, so I don't care.
Shit. I don't care if they
we
didn't
got
have
broke
it.
whores out here.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of broke whores, you know, there's this thing called OnlyFans. Fans only?
Fan only.
Fan only. I think that's what it's called. My arm hurt. So, wait, before I get into that. Denise Brooks, Salt and Pepper said it best. If she wants to be a freak and sell it on the weekend, it's none of our business. Who are we to judge? Can I get amen?
Okay. All right.
And then we can get on that topic too, because a lot of people get misconstrued with, they think you selling your body because you I don't know. Anyway, I don't even feel like talking about that. I just don't. But shoot. Oh yeah, the fans only page. I see that a lot of people, well, no, I'm not going to say a lot. I only seen a few people saying stuff about the fans only page. So you know me. I decided to go research and see what it was about. And it's not just pornography. It's not just sex. Again, it's whatever you make of it. You know, it allows you to put that stuff on there. Deidre said she thought they were swingers anyway.
They are. I heard.
They probably like it. Hey. Tori said open relationship, from what I've been told from a few of my clients, is when they both agree to see and sleep with other people. However, they'll tell their mate when they're going to do it. Okay. Jada True Love is Tupac, period. I don't know. So, so if you're in an open marriage, what's the purpose of the marriage? Can I ask that question? What's the purpose of the marriage? Is it more of a business situation then? More of a stability? If it was him and Jada, she wouldn't do that. You think so? We don't know that. Mimi, we don't know that. But I was talking about a fans only page. It's not just the fans only page is not just pornography and nasty stuff and people getting paid to watch you do things. It's like I see people like about exercising. They putting recipes out there. Mm-hmm. You know, they doing all kind of stuff. So there we go again on this blue app, as we call it, judging the next person because they got a fans only page. And this fans, have you been on it? Did you pay their subscription to know what they're putting on there? Or you're assuming because they got a fan only account, they're out here whoring. Or they're out here selling. They're out here prostituting. Did you pay to go on this man or woman's page to see exactly what she's doing? Or are you speculating based upon what most people are doing on a fan-only page? Everybody's not the same. So with that being said, stability. I agree with that, Deidre. With that being said, if you know someone, I feel like I'm doing a commercial for fans only. If you know someone that is showing their bodies on Facebook or Instagram and not getting a dime for it, please refer them to the fan only page so they can make some money. Please. Tori said most fans only page from a lot of women are showing the body. And that's what I just said. Again, most of them, but not all of them. So if you see me pop up with a fans only page, don't assume Freema's selling her body, because guess what? You're going to assume that, and you're going to say, oh, I'm going to pay this $9.99 subscription or $49.99 subscription, and I'm going to be on there running my goddamn mouth like I'm doing now. So my thing is, don't assume, just because everybody else is doing it, don't assume that person is using that platform for prostitution or showing their bodies or whatever. That's not always the case. I have a lot of clients who's making bank for showing naked pictures of herself. Hey, that's on her. Kudos to her and her lovely body. And like I said, some people are showing their naked bodies and not get a dime. So if you like showing your body, why not get paid for it? I'm not knocking no one hustle. She has even said she's been making more money off the page showing herself, and she don't feel bad about it. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to do it, own up to it. You know, that brings me to something else. Seems like I've been talking for an hour to say I ain't really had much to talk about today. I can't shut up. That brings me to something else. Me and a friend was talking, and I want to say he slept with a transgender person. And he knew it was transgender. However, a situation occurred and a transgender was ready to spill the beans. So you know what happens next. Now you're ready to get violent. You're ready to kill. You know, now you're spending the rest of your life in jail, not only because you murdered someone, but now everybody knows that you were sleeping with a transgender. So my thing is, if you're going to do it, be proud and hold your head up high. If you wanted to sleep with that transgender, that's what you wanted to do. But if you know you're going to go to the ultimate extreme and kill somebody if someone finds out, then don't do it. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to put your business out there. That's not what I'm saying. But if it does get out there, own up to it and don't try to kill somebody. Like, that's just like, wow, that's a little extreme. So if you're going in the store and you're stealing, chances are you may get caught. So you already have it in your mind, you know, I'm going to own up to it. I ain't going to go on a shooting spree in the store and kill every innocent person in there because I decided to steal and I'm embarrassed. That don't make sense. Yeah. We got a little accountability here, people. But I think that is it. How long I've been running my mouth, y'all? Anything else y'all want to discuss? Tori said, go ahead and make one. Go ahead and get a couple dollars. You'd be surprised. How long have we been on? Anything else that I have missed of a recap of the week?
You know what I think you should start doing?
What? Oh, like watching movies and discussing the movies?
Mm-hmm.
Or book club. Discuss books, movies. That would be fun. Did y'all see that new movie yet that everybody's talking about? What is it called? Something Affairs. Fatal Affairs. I guess I'll watch it once I finish running my mouth and see how that is. I don't know.
Next Friday.
Yeah, we could. And discuss it next Friday. Anybody sipping on anything tonight? Or y'all just some goody two-shoes tonight? I don't promote drinking, however, you just know not to overindulge. You know not to go somewhere and get drunk and pee on yourself. Should be grown. I don't know where that came from, but I just had to say it. Some of us overindulge and then embarrass yourselves. You don't have to do that, people. You don't have to do it. And you don't have to be upset when other people drink, as long as they know how to handle it. I'm drinking.
What are you drinking?
You drinking
from?
Henny? Oh, and I'm drinking from my Let's Sip and Talk with Freema cup. Cash app is Let's Sip and Talk. When we have our one-on-one, have some tea for you. Okay, I'm ready to hear it. Oh, Lameek, you drinking some Henny too? All right now. D, now I think I know you. I would say vodka. What you drinking? I would assume vodka if I know you well enough. Listen, I'm going to ask again because I was on the wrong page. I did throw something out there. Okay, inbox me your address and a small donation to Let's Sip and Talk on the Cash App, and I'll be glad to mail your cup out. Thanks for the support. So I did a little thingamajiggy If y'all can tell me what did I tell y'all what I ate for dinner?
No.
Oh, I didn't. I'm drinking wine and smoking my PTSD weed for my headache, for my bad headaches. Okay, buddy. What kind of wine? You a dry wine or a sweet wine? Well, D, am I wrong? It's not vodka. Oh wait. I mean, I know that, but I'm talking. See. Okay. So I did a little thing. If y'all can tell me, I want a sip and talk cup. I'm sending cash out. All right. And then inbox me your address, and then I'll mail it to you. Thank you, Lamique. I cooked dinner today as soon as I got home from work, and I cooked something. My mouth getting dry. They say I'm drinking. I cooked something that I love. However, it's not my favorite food. What did I cook? The first time I said I'll give that person, I'll send them $5 cash out. I'm taking it down to $3. God dog it. I'll send you a $3. No, I'm playing. $5 for the person can tell me what I ate for dinner today. It's something I love, but it's not my favorite food. And I know, shut up, Monty. And I know I said it on the show before. So that'll see how much I've been paying attention.
Do I qualify?
No, you do not qualify. God, my arm hurt bad. I like sweet wine too, Tori.
Why don't you say he wanted $5?
No, he can't count. He don't count. I'm gonna start doing these little giveaway. Cynthia. You know I'm side-eyeing you, right, Cynthia? Put your cash app on here so I can cash app you. But yes, I had salmon, y'all. It was so freaking good. Alan, you're too late. Cynthia got it. It was so freaking good. Look at Denise talking about the hell. Y'all.
You cook it the way
I cook it just the way he showed me, y'all. I should have took a picture. I'm telling you, that was that day when he showed me how to do that salmon, I was winning. Y'all never take that from me. I still got a few rolls in there too. And the sauce. So y'all, I did have the salmon. No neck bones, Deidre. See, look, Cynthia. She said, no, I don't count. We talked about it today. It's my arm went out of socket. Long story. Oh, y'all cook salmon too. See, great minds think alike. Anybody, what else y'all cook today? What y'all cook? Salmon is banging. Y'all, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Anywho, if y'all don't have anything else to discuss. Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Oh, you cared about me?
How can you?
He ain't gonna answer.
I ain't see him answer. He must be on something else. You must be on a watch party or something.
Look, there you go right there.
Oh. Anything else y'all want to discuss? Anything? No? Well, I'll let you guys get back to your Friday. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just kind of recapping, what was going on. All that good stuff, bad stuff, what have you. We still have to get through the days. We still have to get through the weeks. We still have to stay strong for the individuals that are not as strong as us. So keep that in mind, We are not anyone to judge anyone. That did not come out right. I didn't say that right. I'm not saying we're not anyone. But what I'm saying is, who are we to judge? No sin is greater than the next. A sin is a sin. Let's be mindful, people. Let's be mindful that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, as well as we don't know what's on one's mind. Okay? Always keep that in your head, in your daily life, while you're at work, while you're at home. You don't know what's in someone's head. Keep that in mind. So, every action does not require a reaction. Okay? Just because you think you Billy Badass, this person might think they Billy Badasser, or they might just be. So, hey, If you can diffuse a situation by not entertaining it, then let's not do it. We're not babies anymore. Choose your battles. It's not that serious. Anyway, till next time, people. Love you all. Make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday. We have a naval officer joining us, Mr. Ricky Dobb. He'll be on. And again, I have these gentlemen coming on, sharing their stories just to give us motivation, letting us know, y'all, we can do this. We have to stick together. We have to do this. We have to motivate each other. But if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Until next time, peace and love.